Hello, everyone, and welcome back to VCOT Council. How are we all? Hopefully, all of you are on a fantastic afternoon, wherever we are around the world. Welcome back to yet another match preview, post-match reaction, I should say. To, of course, Liverpool beating Southampton by 3-1. Obviously, thanks to Mohamed Salah and his 2 penalties, and of course, Darwin Núñez's goal as well. But let me know how all of you are in the comments down below. Let me know how everyone is as well. Let me know your guys' thoughts and your reactions, of course, to Liverpool winning and are now 16 points clear at the top of the Premier League table. And look, again, I saw the Arsenal fans at halftime, when we were 1-0 down, and rightfully so, by the way. We were awful in that first half. But again, saw all the rival fans straight away, going, oh, could the title race be back open? No, absolutely not. Liverpool completely deserved the win towards the end of the game. But also in saying that, man, Southampton did deserve a lot of credit for their first half. Effort, because again, they really did cause Liverpool problems. Again, Virgil van Dijk and Alisson, it seems like them two always have a hiccup sometime through any season. But yeah, look, that was, again, fortunately enough, that didn't cost us. Where, again, you look at probably midweek where, again, we've got PSG. That's the type of situation that will cost us more than often. But again, look, Liverpool got the job done. And now, of course, we do think upon PSG midweek anyway. But again, smart substitutions from Arne Slot again at halftime to realistically get Liverpool back into the game. Taking Kostas off, taking Dom off, taking Curtis Jones off. They were important. I think obviously Kostas and not really living up to, again, what I think Arne Slot really wanted of him in terms of, again, being able to play probably the full 90 minutes. Because, again, Robbo has played an absolutely unbelievable amount of football over the last couple of months. And again, if Kostas can help now and again, but his level completely in that first half was awful. And not just him, look, Lucho come out as a different player as well in that second half. It felt like Liverpool really changed yet again in that second half, where again we wasn't necessarily the same type of team that we was in the first half. We were very more high tempo. We were more direct as well at Southampton. We got at their defense, and we come off with 3 goals towards the end of the game. And look, I think rightfully so. I think Liverpool deserved the 3 points towards the end. If you'd said that in the first half, I would have said no. I think absolutely Southampton deserved something from the game, because again they were very, very good, in terms of, again, absorbing a lot of pressure and then going on to then counter-attack us. That has caused us a bit of problems this season. Like I said, the 3 at the back or the 5 at the back, that's caused us problems this season. And look, it worked a perfect effect for Southampton anyway. But again, let me know your guys' thoughts, of course, in the comments down below anyway. But Hero says, hi, Con. Did we leave enough in the tank to get the job done in the second leg? What do you mean for the PSG game? Probably not. I think Gravenberch staying on till about 80th minute. I don't get that really. I don't get why he started really. But look, at the end of the day, we'll have to find out Wednesday, won't we? Or Tuesday, I should say. Anyway, again, I keep thinking we're playing on Wednesday, but no, Tuesday. Of course, it is at Anfield as well for PSG. But still, Liverpool have to be on it on Wednesday, on Tuesday, sorry. So again, you look at that first half in particular, if we play that way against PSG, I don't know whether or not, again, we'd end up conceding a lot of goals off of that. Anyway, but of course, the main one is, again, today, and speaking on Liverpool, which, again, is the main focal point. Once again, 16 points clear now at the top of the league. And I know Arsenal have got 2 games in hand on us, but still, the points on the board, this man, Mohamed Salah, I'm looking at the statistics now. He is now on 44 goal involvements now for the Premier League season, which is the joint most from Thierry Henry and Erling Haaland. But Mo Salah has has 9 more games, I should say, to, of course, add to that. So he's going to absolutely smash that record. Now, of course, obviously, I think he's joint level now with Sergio Aguero in terms of Premier League goals. He's also, as well, the 3rd highest goal scorer now in Liverpool history which again is no mean feat, of course. But look, at the end of the day, Mo Salah at the minute is unbelievable. And again, was quiet at times, but again, the penalties today was absolutely spot on. And again, Mo Salah is that guy that will clutch up the game for Liverpool towards the end anyway. But here says, I missed the game. Going to catch some highlights later. The first half in particular, we were really poor. Build up was slow, way too slow, I should say. It was awful, that first half. Again, silly mistakes now and again. I think their goal can easily be avoidable. I think, again, I would personally put blame on Virgil van Dijk for that game, for that goal. Sorry, for me, I think Virgil needs to clear that first time round. It's kind of like that similar thing where we've seen it over the years, where like he does make that one mistake and it looks very simple. And yeah, once we made it, then I think that really woke us up in the second half. If we'd maybe gone in at 0-0, maybe we might have come out the same in the second half. But really, Arne Slot must have really gone into them at half time. And I think making those 3 substitutions in Maka, Robbo, and bringing on Harvey, I think really opened up the game for Liverpool and got the midfield energy that we really lacked. And we did really lack. And considering the fact that, obviously Szoboszlai, you kind of get it because, Dom has been, in so many games lately and has been playing 90 odd minutes now and again. But you look at Curtis Jones had no effect in that game whatsoever. Normally we bring on Curtis Jones maybe for a bit more control in the midfield, which I think he realistically didn't do. He didn't really add anything into that midfield. And once again, once McAllister was back in, you saw a massive difference, I think, between our midfield from the first half to the second half. And look, obviously that was a massive credit towards obviously the players that come on and Arne Slot as well for, again, coming on and making a difference, which, again, substitutions this season have done massively for us this year. Again, we've been able to quickly create something for a long period of time this season where, second half will bring on substitutions and they work instantly as well. But I think obviously the main kind of negative from the game as well is no Cody Gakpo as well, which going in for midweek, you hope Cody will be okay to play. But again, looking at it objectively, of course, again, him not being in the squad, again, it's not really a great thing. And hopefully, he will be okay to, of course, start or even have some part to play in the PSG game anyway. But again, just looking at the statistics again, Liverpool on XG today, again, 4.61, which again deserves Southampton 0.33. Again, obviously the 2 goal scorers being obviously Mo Salah and Darwin Núñez. Again, 8 big chances created to Liverpool, 28 shots compared to 6. Well, overall anyway. But again, the fact that I just can't get over that Mo Salah stat. The fact that he is now on 44 goal involvements this season, which equals obviously Thierry Henry's and Erling Haaland's best of 44. Mo Salah needs one goal or assist to break that, and that's an unbelievable achievement to get. And look, long may Mo Salah's form continue, because look, at the end of the day, there is no stopping him at the minute, even when he is having a poor game. But again, just the fact that I'm going to quickly look now on who is second. I think it's Isak, at second place as well. Oh, Brighton beat Fulham as well. Sorry, guys, I'm checking the results. Oh, Joe Pedro, that will go nicely at my FPL for this week anyway. But yeah, genuinely, like, there is no stopping Mo Salah at the minute. But yeah, looking at it now, where we buy, here we go. Yeah, so Alexander Isak is 20 goal involvements away from Mo Salah. He's currently on 24. Erling Haaland's on 23. But yeah, Mo Salah is on 44 goal involvements this season. In the Premier League, obviously, it's a lot more, of course, in all competitions, but still, the fact he's on 44 already, and we've got 9 games left in the season, is a tremendous achievement. And look, hopefully, Mo will get past 50 and smash that record as well. Because again, how many Premier League goals is he on now? Like, what is he separately? So he's on 17 assists and 27 goals, which it's unbelievable as well. But those stats seem like Southampton did well to keep it pretty low scoring. It would, I think second half it was night and day. I think Liverpool were much better. But if we actually, to be fair, I will get up the first half statistics as well, because let me quickly see if I can get SofaScore Liverpool. Because it was very much the case of Liverpool. Like, for me anyway, we were just awful in that first half. I really didn't think we created anything that well in the first half. But again, that's just me saying that. But again, like, you actually look at the games we've won as well recently. It's absolutely unbelievable as well. Let me quickly scroll down. Where is the stats for the game? Because that would help massively. Can I get it on SofaScore or not? Hang on a minute, chat. There we go. I can. There we go. So hopefully you guys can see that right now on screen for you guys. Let me quickly get it up. There we go. So as you guys can see, it is on the left-hand side of the screen. Hopefully that is airing for you guys. Let me go quickly. Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can add this. Can I do that? There we go. You can see me a bit better now as well, and also see the screen. So as you can see there, obviously 4.11 for Liverpool, 0.31 for Southampton. If we quickly get up the first half sheet as well. So there we go. There's the first half. So if you actually look at it again, Liverpool did actually create 1.46 xG compared to 0.25. But actually, when you look at it again, Liverpool creating four big chances, the one obviously from 12 shots, obviously Southampton creating one chance, which obviously was the goal as well. But in general play as well, to be fair, when you look at the statistics, you would say, it was a smash and grab really from Southampton. But I do think, again, Liverpool, again, we were really, really poor in that first half. But again, statistics-wise, you wouldn't really say that anyway. But again, looking at the league table, look at that. Liverpool, top of the league by 70 points. I absolutely love that anyway. But 70-point lead for us. Again, Arsenal on 54 points. Forest now on 51. Obviously, they beat Manchester City earlier on today, didn't they? 1-0. And again, Chelsea then down below them. So again, realistically, Forest getting themselves away in that. When we talk about it, is away now from that top 4 race, really. Again, because what are they? They are, what's that? 5 that they're 5 points now ahead of Chelsea, which again, to be fair, you look at Brighton. Look where Brighton are. Could Brighton get Champions League football this season? That would be amazing if they could as well. But of course, they have played a game more than Chelsea. But still, they're only a point behind Manchester City, Brighton, which, look, that could be very, very interesting. Of course, it is Villa and Brentford right now anyway. But still, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below, because I will be intrigued to know your guys' thoughts. I've got to quickly find out which one's my screen. That's my screen. There we go. But look, I think overall, man of the match for me, I think there could be a few you could easily give it to. I think obviously Mo Salah for the goals in particular. I think Luis Diaz as well, second half changed as well. I thought he was quite decent towards the end. Trent as well, I thought had a really good game. But you know what, I'll give it to Mo because I think Mo, again, was solid throughout as well, as he created a threat every time he went forward. But it was, again, a very, very solid performance in the second half, of course. Again, I think, especially when you look at certain individuals, I think, Virgil, it wasn't his best game. Ibu thought was solid. Like I said, Trent, I thought was really good. But Costas as well. I think Costas, I think the similar, like we said already, for like this season, how maybe Darwin Núñez, it is, signs of him potentially leaving. I think Kostas Tsimikas, it is, for me at least, I think there is a sign where I think it will be his last season for Liverpool. And look, that's just my opinion, but I do think it will be Kostas' last year at Liverpool. I just don't think he's good enough now anyway. But it's an amazing league. Yeah, no, absolutely, it is, Hero. Would you say the players of today would ruin the teams of the early Premier League? What do you mean? Do you mean Liverpool, or do you mean the entire Premier League? Because I think the quality teams of today versus teams of the 90s. Teams of today would batter the teams of the 90s. Just fitness wise, I think there is a level now to everyone in the Premier League, and that's not only Liverpool. That is, I think, just everybody in general. I think just the standards has gone up a more. But again, would I say Southampton would beat? Would I say this Southampton team would beat? Manchester United back in 92 or whatever? Maybe not. But again, I'm not too sure. But I think in terms of quality, because I was saying this a couple of weeks back when I think people were talking about, I think players back 20 plus years ago, I think you had superstars, but the middle ground was poor. Obviously, I think you had R9, you had Ronaldinho, you had these players that were the top players in the world, and the best in the world. And then the middle ground was just crap, really, which it made it look such a huge gap. I think now you've got your class players, but then I think the underneath of it, I think is a lot better than what it used to be. This is why I think now, I think the Ballon d'Or, you look at the Ballon d'Or race, for example, and I don't really, rate it just fully off the Ballon d'Or because, look, it is a popularity contest, realistically. But I think nowadays it's less obvious who's going to win it. Because, again, the standard of players is so evenly matched. At the minute, there currently isn't a player, apart from Mo Salah this season, but overall, there's not a player that just like last season, you'd automatically think, yeah, he's going to win it. Last season, there was the conversation of whether or not it's Rodri or it's or it's going to be Vinny. But I think the players of today, I think there is an extra caliber to it. But had a debate before with the next player. Ooh, very interesting. It's more balanced towards hard. Yeah, no, absolutely. It is as well. But yeah, I think the players of today, I think there's a higher standard. Is 20th in the Premier League now harder? Are they a better team than what 20th in the Premier League was 20 years ago? Yes, they are. And I know Southampton are on 9 points, but even still, anybody now can beat anybody in the Premier League, on any given day. Look at today, for example, Liverpool were poor in that first half. We could have easily lost the game. And look, everybody would have gone, oh my God, it's a shock. But again, nowadays, I think it is a shock, but it's less of a shock than, again, everybody can beat everybody in the Premier League. But again, that's just my opinion, to be fair. But big up casting, hard game. It was a hard game, to be fair, against Southampton. And look, fair play to them. They again carried themselves very, very well. And as soon as the intensity built up for Liverpool, we got the job done. We managed to get the job done, and we managed to be able to again get at Southampton and break them down, really, because that's for me something that we lacked in the first half. We lacked intensity. We lacked something that again we could get at Southampton, and it was really kind of maybe a bit arrogant. Again, we've done it at times this season, or even in previous seasons. Oh yeah, we're going to win today. Southampton at home, everybody had Liverpool to win, but I think for a lot of people, it's kind of if you've got that attitude, if you've got that mindset, you'll end up losing the game. And I think that that first half, particularly in Liverpool, that's kind of what we had. We had that thought process of, oh, it's Southampton, we're going to easily go on and win. And that wasn't the case. Look, Southampton, again, caused us problems on the counter-attack. And look, we paid the price in the first half. And luckily, that wasn't the second half. That wasn't the full-time result. We come out, again, second half like we should have done the first half, get at Southampton, drive at them and cause them problems. And I felt like even when we went 2-1 up, there was a period in time where we kind of, where we looked at it and went, yeah, no, we didn't really get at Southampton, even when it was 2-1. And I feel like that was a bit of a problem where we should have just gone fully at Southampton. But again, we'll take the 3 points and, now we focus on PSG anyway. But have you seen the sketch Association Football? Harriet? No, I have not. Jesus Christ. But no, look, I do think, again, the fact there's no injuries, hopefully, we'll find out if Cody might be all right, okay, for PSG. Of course, we'll find that out probably Monday anyway. But again, the fact that Liverpool got 3 points, Mo Salah now is another step closer to breaking all the records. Again, look, life is good at the minute for a Liverpool supporter, and look, hopefully, again, we'll have many more good days, of course, because again, you look at it now, that's Liverpool's last Premier League match of March, really. We don't play again in March, so in terms of course the Premier League, of course we've got a couple of weeks off now, though, haven't we? We've got we've got PSG now on Tuesday, Newcastle in the final on Sunday at Wembley, and then it's international break then, isn't it? And then I think we've got we've got Everton then on Wednesday. Is it the international break? Or am I making things up anyway? But again, Liverpool have got a break anyway, because again, we play Everton then on the 16th. We play Everton on the 2nd of April as well anyway. But watch it would explain things as well. I'll give it a watch, Hero anyway. But look, at the end of the day, Liverpool get 3 points, and that's the main important thing, and that's the only thing I care about tonight anyway. And of course, look at it now, like the title says, 16 points ahead at the present moment in time. But again, if Arsenal win tomorrow, not Arsenal, if United beat Arsenal tomorrow, then you look at it and you go, Arsenal. I think then you're probably then talking about Arsenal being in the top 4 race more than the title race. Really, the fact that again Forest would only be 3 points behind them then, really. But at the end of the day, again, looking at it now, 29 games played, 21 wins, 7 draws, 1 defeat this season. Again, we've been excellent this year. And again, I think everybody has that feeling, even more so now. I think that Liverpool will go on and win the Premier League title. And again, with the fact we've only got 9 games left now as well, it's slowly starting to sink in that Liverpool are actually going to go and win the league title. But again, of course, there is still a job to be done. Again, next league games against Everton. And then when you actually look at it, we've got kind of a very tough period coming up. Everton at home, Fulham away, West Ham at home, Leicester away. And again, then we've got the really, really tough period. You've got Spurs, Chelsea away, Arsenal at home, Brighton away, and then the last game of the season is against Palace. So I think everybody hopes that game, maybe the Spurs game, is where Liverpool win the title. Or again, I think everybody wants the title to be done, or completely finished anyway, of course, in that Chelsea game. So then it means Arsenal give us a God of Honor. But look, excuse me. Again, I'd absolutely love it if Arsenal give us a God of Honor at Anfield anyway. But Ozan says Liverpool top of the league. Liverpool top of the league as well. Big up Ozan. Hope you're doing well. Con, have you seen the massive meltdown from all the Arsenal fans over the 2 Stonewall pens? Yeah, I seen some of it at halftime, where Arsenal fans got very optimistic about certain things, and then I've seen a bit of it, but look, two penalties. You can't turn around and say it wasn't two penalties. It was two Stonewall penalties. The second one, to be fair, like the referee looked at it, and fair play to him, by the way. I thought the referee had a really good performance. And of course, I'd say that because Liverpool won, but no, I thought the referee had a really good performance overall. But it was Stonewall a penalty. The both of them was. There's no two ways around it. Again, the first one, the player goes right through at the back of Darwin Núñez. Was Darwin Núñez lucky to be on the pitch, for his tackle and at the end of the first half, potentially. But look, at the end of the day, I think it was two Stonewall penalties, and we go from there. And I think, Arsenal fans are clutching at straws. I think as well, and I've not really mentioned it, but for some reason, PSG coming out in L'Equipe and coming out and going on PSG higher ups think that Liverpool, Arsenal and Atletico Madrid are better teams than Liverpool in the Champions League and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, what are you doing? You do realize we play you right in the second leg, while Liverpool playing. All this is coming out via L'Equipe as well, which I think is hilarious. Anyway, but look, I'm hopeful that Liverpool can batter PSG, because again, I think many people haven't really taken it in to the fact that Liverpool, again, we absorbed everything that PSG had to give. And they didn't win. They didn't get past Liverpool. And the only time they managed to do it was from a really good goal that was offside. So I think they have to come at us again at Anfield. I think the crowd will again push Liverpool forward. And look, PSG have to come fully at Liverpool on Tuesday. And I don't think they'll be able to beat us. I don't. But look, that's just my opinion. Of course, they would have as well. Yeah, absolutely. Markov doing well. But Arsenal have no say when it comes to the refs' decisions. Look at Skelly nearly getting a red each game. Well, yeah, look at the Champions League game. Not one Arsenal fan have gone on about that. Not one Arsenal fan has gone onto Twitter and gone, Lewis Skelly, this, that, and the other. Lewis Skelly should have got sent off in the Champions League the other night. Didn't get sent off. But no, the refs are against them. The PGMOL are against them. Everybody's against them. Jesus Christ. Genuinely, right? If I wonder, right, if that Luis Diaz goal last year away to Spurs, if that had happened to Arsenal, I'd say fair enough. You've been properly robbed there of a goal. But this season, they've not been robbed of anything. Every red card this season that Arsenal have got has been a red card. Every decision that has gone against them has been correct. Realistically, I think them lot really have to realize, look, your team's just shit. You're not going to win the Premier League. You're not going to win the Champions League. At the end of the day, you're not going to win anything again this year after you've spent about 800 million quid on absolute tools that can't win a Premier League title, while Liverpool spent 13 million on Chiesa and he's not even playing. That's bad, isn't it? And the fact we've got a new manager in Arne Slot, which, look, Arne Slot's going to win more in his first season than what Arteta's done in the last 5. Yeah, long may that continue. Anyway, but look, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below as well. If you are watching on the repeat, of course, let me know your guys' thoughts. Of course, like I said, my man of the match, Mo Salah. Give it to Mo for the 2 penalties. But look, at the end of the day, Liverpool now 16 points clear at the top of the Premier League, and long may that continue. Of course. Anyway, but look, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back normal time, of course, 8 p.m, 9 p.m. tomorrow. Anyway, as Mark says, it's time. It's the Manx with the Liverpool yeah, absolutely. But yeah, no, look, we'll be back tomorrow with another episode. Of course, we might talk more about this game. of course, if Arsenal lose, we'll definitely talk more about obviously the situation. But in general, again, it's just a good feeling, the fact that we've managed to fight back, get 3 points, and now we are 16 points clear as well, which long may that continue anyway. But Ozan says, apparently PSG rested their entire starting 11 today against Stade Rennes. I'll quickly have a look now. Did they rest everyone? Let's have a gander. Let's have a look. They are currently 4-1 up. Yeah, they pretty much have the only players really they've played. They've played João Neves again, who went off at the 65th minute. And then, yeah, they've played pretty much their B team, really, obviously, apart from Barcola. Of course, to be fair, man, they have brought on all of their main players. Hakimi has come on, Kvaratskhelia has come on, Vitinha, Dembele, Mendes, all of them have come on. So they've had somewhat of a rest, but look, if you've got Donnarumma in charge, then look, at the end of the day, he's not going to stop any goals, is he? Great game smashing the league as well. Yeah, absolutely, Mark. Or Ozan as well. Yeah, absolutely. Well, to be fair, and one thing I want to quickly say as well, because I did see a couple of people talking about it as well. Liverpool did make 6 substitutions today. Now, before Arsenal fans turn around and go, "Oh, Liverpool have broken a rule in the league. You can only make 5 substitutions." Liverpool could only make 6 because Southampton had to use a concussion substitution, which technically means Liverpool could use 6 substitutions. Because I think Mo Salah was screaming at the bench to not bring on Konza because he'd already made 5 subs. But again, it's completely legal. Liverpool could make 6. It's probably the first time ever it's happened in the Premier League. But again, Liverpool smashing another record really in that regard. But no, look, it was absolutely legal before any Arsenal fan starts crying about it. Anyway, but the ref allowed it. Yeah, absolutely. It was within the laws of the game. Yes, it was. And yeah, no, absolutely, it was as well. But look, at the end of the day, I guarantee you there's been Arsenal fans crying about that. Anyway, but we'll just laugh at them, of course, anyway. But look, I am going to leave it there for tonight, guys. Big thank you to everyone for tuning in to the post-match reaction. Again, thank you very much for tuning in. If you are new around here, then please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Of course, we are on the road to 2K, so if we can get to 2,000 subscribers before the end of the season, that would be very, very nice for me anyway. But look, again, the main important thing is, of course, to hello, Luke. I already know who it is. Hello, Luke. Who are you? I don't know. But hopefully everyone has a fantastic rest of your days. If, again, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Let us know your man of the matches and all of that good stuff, of course, anyway. And like I said, we'll be back tomorrow with another episode. And yeah, we'll hopefully see you guys all in the next episode. But yeah, until next time, that's going to be it from me. I've been calling out from the COP Council. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ta-ra.